So this is what happens if you leave your kombucha in a cupboard all winter long. So what a SCOBY does is as you make batches of kombucha, it's going to grow. Also, if you leave it in your vessel, it's going to grow. So it's hard for me to even get this out of here. It's got so big. Oh my gosh. What I have to do is kind of break this into chunks. SCOBY, which stands for Symbiotic Culture of Bacteria and Yeast. It grows another layer, and then it would eventually eat up all the liquid in here, and all that would be left would be SCOBY, and it would eventually dry out and mold. But in this case, it's fine that it's been in here. Basically, what I've been growing is what they call a SCOBY hotel, and you're just, little SCOBYs are just living there happily. This is the one that has been in there the longest. That's the mama. And it has grown all these other SCOBY babies. And any portion of this would still make more kombucha. So I can give this to people to make their own kombucha because you really don't need this much. This is just going to take up room in your vessel. I made a fresh batch of sweet tea. So what you do is I like to fill a gallon jar like this. Then I pour it into a pot. And once it is just off boiling, I add a cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of black tea. I let that sit for 10 minutes, and then I strain from the pot back into the gallon jar, leaving a bit of space for your starter liquid and SCOBY. My husband likes to drink the sweet tea that's left over. And now what I can do is add some of my SCOBY. So here's a nice healthy SCOBY, and then he's gonna go into the tea. Add at least a cup of starter liquid. I'm gonna give it a little extra inoculation because it's been a while. So now you've got your cool sweet tea, you've got your SCOBY, and you've got your starter kombucha. Put a towel and a rubber band. This is gonna go in a cool, dark place for about a week. And at that point, you can bottle it. So you could just drink it right away. But what I like to do is I scoop out the SCOBY, I pour out about half a cup of liquid to keep for the next batch. And then I take bottles like this that have the little, the topper on it. And then what I'm gonna do is you could just pour your kombucha right into that and bottle it. But to get the best fizz, what I have found is you take 4 cups of water, 7 to 8 teaspoons of sugar once it's just off boiling. Add whatever flavoring you like to do, things like nettles or lavender. And then I let that steep. I strain out the plant matter. And then I fill the bottles with a couple inches in each bottle. I do about 5 bottles, a couple inches of that second ferment tea. Then I pour what's left in this gallon jar into those bottles. I cap them. Those go in the cupboard for about 5 days, and that's what's gonna give them a really good fizz. And at that point, they can go into the fridge and they last a super long time. And then you make your next batch, because remember, I have already saved aside my SCOBY and a little bit of kombucha. I usually do more like a cup. I don't even measure it, but you just want a good amount of your kombucha to help the next batch. Then you start it all over again. Super yummy, and it's a great way to save money on kombucha. Thanks.